She know my bank account shit going critical. I been trying to flex me up. Fuck around and perform my blood. Understand that shit fucking me up. When I walk in the city.
Taylor puts the pads down, shoves forward. And he's inside the 30. Now a skirmish breaks out. Wow. This is really chippy the last couple of series. Matthew Judon has come over to the Colts bench the last two series during breaks and play. Pittman had his helmet come off. And you see it rolling around there. Now, Pam Oliver told us during the break that Pittman was really frustrated, went over and kicked the cooler, which you wouldn't think because they're up 20, but maybe there's a little beef going on the field.
You're going to see him. He gets right in Duggar's face. He's smart to keep his helmet on. Oh, man.
Well, that's why.
If the ref saw Duggar throw the punch and rip his helmet off, he could be out. He might be out of the game, Kevin. And that's a huge loss. So just a physical run block. Both of these receivers on both teams are committed to run blocking. It's going to be interesting to see how they settle this one out.
Well, I mean, at the very least, it's got to be, you think, a penalty on Duggar, but you're right. We'll see now how they deem it and what they saw. And New York can get involved with this decision, too. I don't mean like the entire city of New York. I mean like the replay building at the NFL. They could go and look, and they can make a determination if the player would be ejected. Why don't we just start talking about New York and bring on our rules expert, Mike Pereira. Mike, what do you think here? Watch this play. Is this enough for an ejection here?
Yeah.
Personal foul, number 23, defense. He has been disqualified from further play. Personal foul, number 11, offense. He has also been disqualified from further play.
Wow. Mike, so sorry about that. Threw it to you at the wrong time. Tell me about what you just heard.
Yeah, well, that's New York being involved. Once the flag gets thrown, now New York can look at the whole play, and if they see anything that they think should be an ejection, even though the officials didn't originally rule that, then they can get involved and call for the ejection. I will tell you that this game, as you said, has gotten chippy. So I'm sure that enters into the decision here to take the strong action to try to get control, and that probably led to part of the decision of going with an ejection on each team.
Interesting, yeah, because I'm sure Colts fans are saying, wait a second. It was, Pittman's helmet who got ripped off, but they decide to throw both players. I see Darius Leonard is kind of arguing that point. There's been a lot of talking, and again, I don't know what started it, but the last couple of series you pointed out, Patriots players have come near the Colts bench. Pittman showing anger, as Pam told us, and then that was just... Pittman's got to go. He's kind of hanging on the field now, but you saw Duggar. So Duggar and Pittman, that's a swap. Both are gone from the game.
Let the opponent take the swing. Let the opponent get the penalty. Now all of a sudden both teams lose two of the
Zeke right into the thick of the defense. Leonard Williams on the stop at the 44-yard line. There it is again. It's going to happen and again. Yep. And now the flags come flying in. As Tyler Biadasz, the center, is right in the heart of it. So is Leonard Williams. Talking it up with Terrence Steele.
Biadasz fighting with Johnson in the middle, right here. That's just pushed you last.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 63, Dallas. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 59, New York. These fouls all set. Third down.
Biadasz and Lorenzo Carter for Dallas and New York, respectively.
Biadasz was fighting with Austin Johnson there. Nice play.
Fields, protection's good. Now it breaks down and gets out of there. And he'll throw it away. Wadham was chasing him out.
And Wadham hit him halfway to the bleachers.
And Jenkins comes over, and more players pushing and shoving. Yep. And there are some punches.
Yeah.
And now the flags come in.
Tevin Jenkins, the rookie's really struggled out there protecting his quarterback, and I did not see an original flag for a late hit, John Perry. Did you?
No, I think the hit on the quarterback is completely legal. He's on the run.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the offense, number 76. Half the distance of the goal, second down.
The quarterback's on the run, so he loses the two-step process and the contact. Legal hit right here, and of course the linemen take offense to it, protecting their guy.
The lineman, he doesn't see that hit. All he sees is his quarterback over there by the bleachers, and you know what? I understand that this is a mistake by Jenkins, but I'll take that. I will take that from a young player. You're trying to establish an attitude and build for the future, and Tevin Jenkins has his quarterback's back. And Ifedi, I understand what you're saying. He's trying to take leadership too, but yeah, I like what he did there.
Yeah, I get it. I get the fact that he's trying to protect his quarterback. It's just that this football team right now, they also have games to play this year, and they've been competitive in this football game, and right now they're just hurting themselves with bad decision after bad decision.
You don't have to throw a punch going over there. Just go over there, get in his face, and say what you need to say, and have your quarterback's back.
There's a time and a place for everything. They are in this football game. They have just absolutely self-destructed on their own, and if they can get that ironed out, they'll be all right. But at the end of the day, we all know this is a bottom-line business. This is about wins or losses.
But the only thing that hasn't gone right for him tonight, filling in for Sean Payton. 3rd and 10, 4-down territory, of course. Brady pressure, escapes, and throws to the run. He's intercepted. Gardner Johnson cuts underneath. They've turned Brady over twice. 8 interceptions in these regular season matchups.
Tom Brady. He got one the last time. Microsoft tablets have taken some blows over the years.
Trying to load it up. That pass is picked up and then lost by Eli Apple. Trey Hendrickson put the heat on Drew Lock. It's now 4th down.
Gaining the lane in a window, took the ball to Gage.
It's Davis on 1st and 10. Gage with the block and then thrown down by Warner, who shows no mercy on.
Manipulate the defense. So we take a look at this last tackle and a little bit of violence there as he's throwing him to the ground. Mayfield tried to help him out.
Carson Wentz came off the sideline. He walked all the way out to the numbers. See DeForest Buckner kind of gets in front of his quarterback and pass rusher, not exactly sure what happened. Of course, he got sacked. That is back to
the pocket, take one, knowing you're going to get hit.
Now back to the ground, cut by Elliott into Jalen Smith. Those two squared off in the Fiesta Bowl several years ago. That was the game that Smith got injured. They met a bunch of times as teammates, obviously, with Dallas. This has continued on throughout the day. Rivalry games, second meeting of the year. They got into it last time. Remember the issues that Evan Ingram and Curse and Casey and Tony and the pushing and shoving. The Cowboys last week getting into it with some of the Washington players. NFC East football, you know this. You know this division.
That's the way it should be. It's sports hate. You should hate each other. It's not about trading jerseys after the game. You know what? You should give it to each other. Now, I think it's
a little respect, right?
Respect. They were teammates.
More discussion about the 15-yard penalty on Deion Bush. 26 in white for Chicago. It's the second career 15-yard penalty. And during the television timeout, head coach Matt Nagy under heavy fire here in Chicago, giving it to the officials. He was wearing out the back judge, Terrence Mills. And Nagy's an important guy here. He's the play caller on offense.
Well, listen, he's going to go out fighting. Like you said, everybody's on his back.
Lewis on the hit. Barkley never had possession of it. It was a forward pass, and it's incomplete. You see Joe Judge making sure none of his players get tagged with a penalty or anything of that nature, too. See him talking to the umpire saying, I want to throw a flag. He was certainly thinking there was something going on physically with the Cowboys in there. Barry Anderson's the umpire
4th down. Low snap handled by Russell. Floats one in the air and bounces off a Ram. DJ Dallas the target. There are no flags, and that was the rookie Ernest Jones running with Dallas on the coverage. Here comes a flag later, far after the play was over. Because
the result of the play is a turnover on downs. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Seattle number 31. This 15-yard penalty is being forced from the side of the first down. It's 1st and 10.
He kicks the ball afterwards, and that's what causes the penalty, though. And you can see he's still frustrated over it. But you can't kick it, and that's the 15 yards unsportsmanlike. Dean is standing by. We're going to check in with him after the Rams, who take it all the way to the Seattle 35-yard line.